We're happy either way. And I didn't know there. I'm gonna you. Hey, where you away?
Do it again, Cece. Again. Go get it. So we can do it again. Okay. Go get it, though. Can we do it again?
If you're alive today, you've been through a lot. I think few people are so cynical these days that they will not believe in the signs, God, or the universe, whatever your belief system may be, gives us to guide us along the way. The signs that we receive when going down the wrong path, and the powers, the God that's looking out for us is saying no. It's saying no. It's saying no more loudly and loudly. They're the signs that quietly tell us we are on the right path. Those so-called coincidences that let us know if for just a moment our silly dreams, our beliefs, our crazy, wild speculations just might be right. More importantly, it's in these moments that we feel connected to that source that is the center of all things. In some way, we are all connected. In some way, all of the trees are connected. In some way, we are all connected to all of the trees, and so on and so forth. I believe in the signs that guide me along the way, telling me stop, to slow down, to change directions, or to keep going. If you've got signs that were leading him away from the path that he chose, are the stories that he told Tammy Lee and other law enforcement agents true? That he wishes things were done differently? Z instead of A. Let's listen to some of the times Chris Watts talked about different choices that he could have made, or different signs that he could have observed along the way. So ultimately, there would be a different outcome.
What were you thinking this whole time? I in the back of my head, I was just telling myself, "What are you doing?" Like, every time, I open up my phone, I can see pictures, like my wife and my kids, and just like, what am I doing? And then, like, every time I was with her, it seemed like I didn't think. It seemed like it was like a blinder that was in my face. So every morning, every night, I used to read for Cece, and do them like every night. And like there's another thing back, like I was working my eyes, that would have seen, but I said, "Oh, you're just out there having fun while your kids, or kids and wife are on vacation." I'm just like, no, it wasn't like that, but it seemed like that's what it looked like when you're going, you're going to camping, going to drag race, going all of the other stuff that you have fun doing, but you're with somebody else. It's not your family. It just didn't seem right. with her, it just didn't seem like I could even see that anymore. I mean, it was, I had already kind of knew that. Using that credit card,
Was that intentional?
Yeah.
I had no other way to do it.
Oh.
I used, like, because I got these Anarcho gift cards from, like, doing good stuff at work and stuff like that, and I'd use them all.
Oh. Was part of you just like, screw it, whatever, I don't care. I'm using this card.
I didn't. Part of me just wants to say, Nikki, can you pay for this? I just, yeah. Even I think my attorney said she even noticed I used a different card, like a blue card. Maybe she thought, like I felt comfortable enough just using a normal bank account or something. But I told her I was going to Iraq, and I told you guys.
Yeah.
It felt like, like looking back at everything, like just like reading the scripture more and more now, I can see like, God gave me opportunities to get at it. Like even my friend Jeremy Lindstrom, he even invited me because like it was his daughter that came and watched the kids on that Saturday night. And he was like, hey, you said we're going to a Rocky game. You want to go to me with the Bronco game and watch the Arizona Cardinals? Like in my mind, it was like, good. Just say, hey, I can't find a babysitter.
Nikki.
Yeah. And maybe that would have been like, like a light switch and my head goes off, light switch and her head goes off, maybe it just like goes different directions. That was kind of like my last like opportunity to kind of get out. It seems like it's
So the second time I went to that house, I'm not sure what day it was, but it was the weekend of the 14th.
Of August?
July. I don't know if it was the 14th or the 15th. One of those 2 days. But we had went out and we stopped there just real quick on the way back. And we were there not very long. But that time I saw a picture of his wife and one of his kids. And I remember thinking to myself, like, wow, she's so beautiful. And I took a step back and I was just like, this man has a gorgeous house. He has beautiful babies. He has a beautiful wife. He has an awesome job. Like, why would he want to leave this? And I remember talking to him about it. And that was the first time that I tried to actually say, what do you think about not separating from your wife? Like, what if you really try to work on this? And he had expressed to me that we've tried to work on this and it's not working. So that is why we're separating. And I spent some time, just, kind of, because it almost made me feel bad, where I was, to the point where I'm engaging in a relationship with a man who, the way he described it, is in a contractual agreement, but was not in, an emotional relationship with somebody. And for me, the way I would have preferred to do this is to have waited till that contractual agreement was also done, and he was done. And he could have approached me and said, I've just had a divorce, maybe we could take this slow, what do you think? But instead it was, oh, we're separated and we're working on a divorce. And that is the part that I feel bad about, because I should have waited on that and I didn't. And, I was just like, well, they're already there. So, but then being in a house was just like, why? Fix this. Find a way to fix this. Make it work, And I was trying to push him to do it, and he seemed pretty reluctant to do it. He didn't want to. And I don't know. We were still seeing each other fairly frequently, but I kind of backed away so we weren't hanging out quite as much, and we were still close, but it was just I really wanted him to try. I wanted to know that he tried and it didn't work, and then he moved on, not that, they both kind of tried and then he got himself into a situation with somebody else. And I don't know I just thought he had a beautiful life going on, and he could have made it work. That was the way I looked at it from the outside.
So is this something you reflected on since this event, or was this you?
No, I was doing it then. Like you
said, this doesn't look right. He's kind of, I don't want to be responsible for breaking up a marriage, especially with 2 children. Is that kind of the gist I'm getting here?
I didn't think it didn't look right. I mean, I think he was legitimately sleeping in the basement, and I didn't think that these two were. I mean, I think it was like, hey, we're both stuck in this house for now. We got to sell this. In the meantime, you live here, I live here. We sleep in different rooms, take care of the kids. That's just like kind of how I took that. And no, I didn't think it didn't look right. I just thought it just seemed like he had so much going on, and it was just beautiful that I was like, why don't you just try this out, you know?
So, Mr. Watts, I would like you to listen carefully to the rights that you have, okay? And so first, you don't need to make any statements. Any statements you make can and may be used against you. Do you understand? Yes. You have the right to counsel. Do you understand? Yes, sir. If you are indigent, you have the right to request the appointment of counsel or consult with a public defender before any further proceedings are held. Do you understand that? Yes, sir. And Mr. Merson is the head of the Public Defender's Office, and he is going to represent you today and potentially in the future. You understand that? Yes, sir. Okay. Any plea that you make must be made voluntarily and not the result of undue influence or coercion. Do you understand that? Yes, sir. Right now, charges have not been filed, so this is a limited advisement. I intend to bring you back next week once formal charges are filed on Monday, so I can give you a full advisement. I will tell you that at this point, the court is not authorizing any bail. Once I know what the official charges are that are filed by the district attorney's office, I'll inform you the nature of the charges. If charges are filed, you have the right to a jury trial, and you have the right to demand and receive a preliminary hearing within a reasonable time to determine whether probable cause exists to believe that you committed any of the charges that are filed by the district attorney's office. Do you understand that? Yes, sir.
Hi, guys. Sorry about that. I just lost power for a moment, and here it is back on. There are sometimes so many obstacles in the way. Oh, my goodness. Hi, Ocean's Daughter. How are you? Hi, Aussie Girl Jen. Hi, Jamie Smith. Hi, Wens McKean and Ho-Chi Winter. And Molson Man. We're having another Molson while I wait. You're awesome. Hi, Utter Nutter. How are you? And thanks for your patience, guys. Hi, Sharon Norris. How are you? You didn't really miss anything. I'm just lost power, and I'm not even going to go into that about covering the Watts case, the crazy things that happen. We'll talk about that another time. Hi, Sugar's Mama. How are you? Let's see. Hi, Crackling Rosie, True Crime. I saw you in another chat earlier today. How are you doing? And hi, Nancy N. Thank you for texting me and checking on things. I appreciate it. And who else? Hi, Angel West. Did I say hello? Well, I'm going to say hello again if I didn't. And Tony Cheek, welcome. Nice to see you here. And Tracy Wheeler. And I'm reading some of your comments. They're so funny. Kez Chick 56. How are you feeling, my darling? Are you feeling okay? And awesome. I don't know if I can go up any further because that's when I lost power. Sandra, welcome. And Oklahoma Girls Kitchen. I really like that name. Very good. Okay. So I hope you guys are all doing really well. This will be, I have, some good material for you, I hope. This will be a rather short live from here on out after all those little technical glitches. And then I'm going to do another one tomorrow. Because, what I'm talking about is the top findings, whether they be from investigators, which unfortunately is not usually the case, or, you guys or a YouTube creator or whoever it may be, the top findings, that give us a sense of what is really going on in this case. Now, as I was trying to organize this topic, what I came to realize is we've been talking about a lot of these things already recently. With all of the information about NK, the NK documentary that I put together, and I'm working on a part 2 of that, by the way, that's just factual information about everything having to do with NK. Talking about, the ping again, is that resurfaced? As somebody who is claiming that it was debunked really brought it to light again, which is kind of ironic. And people have taken a really good factual look into, how pings work, how cellular transmission happens, and the limitations of what we can tell when we look at the cellular transmissions and the digital data, and then also the information that we really can tell when we look at the cellular transmissions and any of the digital data. So, it really is some very interesting stuff. So what we're going to take a look at today is when we're discussing top findings that, give us a clue of what's really going on in this case. Let me share with you. We are going to be focusing on, and this is a topic that several people actually have been asking for more clarity on recently. So hopefully we can provide that clarity while covering this information. Dun, dun, dun. Top findings in the Watts case. Neighbor Nate's security camera footage. So Neighbor Nate's security camera footage, without a doubt, resulted in some of the top findings that we have in this case. Now, if those findings are conclusively agreed upon by all regarding what exactly they mean, we can't say that, because the findings of Nate's security camera footage, which are critical, key, pivotal, wow, mind-blowing, weren't taken very seriously by law enforcement. Here's what I mean. Oh, I have to get right back to the right page on Discovery after losing power and connectivity. The many things that block us from talking about this case, I tell you, it's kind of weird. All right, let's see, enlarge. Maybe not that enlarge. Okay, sharing a different page now. Did I mention, guys? Thank you for your patience. Hi, Sherry. How are you? Welcome. Hi, Curious Rose. Welcome. Nice to see you here. Aussie Girl Jen, everything's going good, right? I just want to confirm with you, Aussie Girl Jen. I got an email from you yesterday, and we were emailing back and forth, correct? Afterwards, I had this kind of, I don't know if it was a realistic security check in my own mind or a paranoid moment where I was questioning if that really happened, and if just confirm with me if we, okay, very good. Okay, great. Thank you. You understand, I think. Okay. All right. Okay. So this is from the redacted discovery. So you can find this on page 1720 of that really long 1960 page discovery. So this is supplemental report. I'm not sure what number, from Dave Baumhover. Okay. So this says the following information was documented at the time it was gathered. The date of this report is not indicative of when the investigation occurred. On 10/1/2018, so guys, that's August 1st, 2018, I served a court order for production of records to Comcast, Xfinity, requesting any and all surveillance recordings captured by Nathan or Nate Trinistitch's home security system. Nathan's home is located directly east next door of the Watts residence. Having not received the records from Comcast by October 24th, 2018, I contacted Nate via telephone regarding the surveillance video clips retained to his personal computer. Nate agreed to provide me a copy of the video clips and upload them to a flash drive I provided. It should be noted that prior to contacting Nate, I learned there were several more video clips retained by him that were not obtained previously. Okay, guys, let me pause here, because when I just said something like, you know, the some of the top findings that came from neighbor Nate's security camera footage were not taken seriously by investigators, or were not investigated thoroughly by law enforcement, is another way you can say it. Here's what I mean. What's up with that, guys? I mean, this video surveillance footage here that we're talking about, the video surveillance footage that law enforcement, and we're talking FBI, CBI, local police, could not manage to obtain from Comcast? And this footage that they could not manage to obtain from Comcast contains the last known footage of Shanann Watts in life. It shows Chris Watts behaving strangely and backing his truck into the garage in a way that he never had before, according to everyone, and then taking a long time to load his truck of mysterious items. We have no idea why he was taking all those trips, and he seemed a little bit nervous when explaining it to law enforcement. That footage of him loading his truck, you know, as far as they knew, probably, according to what they said, definitely as far as they were concerned, was footage of him loading his trucks with his family after he had murdered them to take them to Survey 319, where he was going to try to hide them away. Yet, they can't manage to get that footage directly from Comcast. And now, hey, look, the dates we're talking about here, August 1st, 2018. Hey, man, this happened on August 13th. That's like a month and 3/4 before. I mean, the timeline with this investigation is just so screwy. Let me continue to read. At approximately 16:30 hours, I met with Nate and his wife, Alethea, at their residence at Saratoga Trail, and provided them a flash drive. Let me make that bigger for you. Okay. Yeah. provide them a flash drive. As Alethea, or as Aletha, I knew an Alethea, but maybe it's Aletha, was dubbed the more technical savvy of the two, she agreed to upload the videos to the flash drive while I waited and spoke with Nathan. While speaking with Nathan, I learned he observed Watts walk outside his gate and leave in there, the Watts, white Lexus that was parked down the street east from his residence. Nathan said Watts did this when Shanann was visiting family in North Carolina. I asked Nathan if he had provided this information in a previous interview with an officer or agent, to which he replied he had not. Well, you know what? It's not shame on him. He probably hadn't been asked thoroughly, you know? Baumhofer goes on to say, I asked Nathan if he was willing to be interviewed at the Frederick Police Department and have it recorded. He said he was, and we agreed to meet on 10/31/2018 at 1400 hours. Nate was probably like, finally, thank you. You know, we know he likes to offer up information. So, all right, continuing on. With the flash drive containing the video clips, I returned to the police department and uploaded them to my digital case file. I also provided the drive to evidence supervisor Amanda Purcell for the purposes of uploading and transfer to the Weld County DA's office. Subsequently, I entered the flash drive into evidence locker number 4, nothing further. Okay, so Amanda Purcell is the person who is a keeper of all things evidence, particularly digital evidence, who spoke with a couple of creators, and those creators were Vanessa from Unmasked and Dr. B from True Crime Psych Ward, and a couple other people that were with them. When they traveled to Frederick, Colorado a couple years ago, thinking that they were going to be given phone dumps, or at least most of the phone dumps, transcripts, evidence, in whatever form it was going to be in. And when they arrived there, they were very disappointed to find out that they weren't going to receive any of that. In fact, they weren't going to receive anything other than some security camera footage from like McDonald's and Home Depot or something like that. And it was Amanda Purcell that they talked to who explained to them that we're sorry. No, this is very disappointing to you. And they had paid a lot of money to get this too. And that it works that way sometimes, you know, districts need to make money. You know, but what's going on really is that all I can tell you is all of this evidence is under lock and key of the Weld County District's Attorney's Office, and you can't have access to it. Okay. I mean, they were very upset. I will try to remember to link a video in the description here. It's definitely well worth watching. It's on Dr. B's channel, True Crime Psych Ward, and there's a recording of the women talking with Amanda Purcell about this very incident, okay? Or during this very incident, I should say. So, all right, let me take a breath and check out chat for a minute. Hi, Ocean's Daughter. How are you? Bring in Plunder. She'll get it. Oh, I know. Plunder's like, woohoo. You go, girl. She's awesome. I love Plunder. Plunder's my idol. Hi, Jamie Smith. How are you? Spit Shining Utters Wrench. Spit Shining Utters Wrench. There you go, Sister Troll. Oh, what happened? Something happened? Okay, that's good. Thank you, Utter Nutter. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, no DTC primetime tonight. I haven't seen her. No. It's a little bit late. Let's see. Nana, hey, goodbye. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to see what happened. Yeah, so Crackling Rosie True Crime is apparently the only serious person in chat here. Come on, guys. No, I'm just kidding. Crackling Rosie True Crime says, agreed, Kelly. They should have attained many days before. I mean, you know, it really is. You know, that lapse in time just speaks to the sloppy police work. And, you know, when those things were first being noticed, by myself at least, like that timeline, you know, that this document wasn't even, hey, Cole, is something burning? Please check. Okay, sorry. I'm sorry, guys. I need to screen that. let's see. Yeah, I did speak with people who are in law enforcement or the legal system or, the judicial system. Because I thought, well, hey, maybe this seems a little cray-cray to me, but maybe not everyone is on my super smooth like butter timeline. Okay, thanks. And these people that I spoke to did affirm that, yes, that's, come on now, seriously. Hi, Jody is cool. How are you, darling? Nice to see you. Sherry, you're coming from Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. I have family that lives and lived in, let's see, a couple of them lived in Surfside, and then my cousin Jamie is a police officer down there. She just said too much about her, so I'm not going to say where she lives, actually. All right. Okay, so Matt Ryan. I know someone named Matt Ryan. Baba Booey. Matt Ryan says Baba Booey. I guess Matt Ryan's a rather common name. Okay, so Hoochie Winner. All right, well, this is something that people talk about a lot. I think it's important to address for sure. Off topic. I've never heard this before. Was there a CPS case in place? Well, we do know that Shanann did have, and Shanann and Chris had a date scheduled in the Weld County. I'm trying to be very careful about this because I researched it a long time ago and I don't want to say anything wrong. The Weld County, was it district court or is it city court? I can't remember. But so it was coming right up. It was sometime later in August or September. If anyone knows better, it's somewhere there, right there in Discovery. The notes are. I just can't remember these details in particular in the moment. So what I did was, people were speculating what's up with this future court date that's set, but it was coming right up. It was like really soon. So I went and looked at the Weld County, it was city court or district court, I can't remember. And I looked at their schedule of events on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And you could actually see this agenda of events for the court, back as far as like several years ago. And their schedule remained the same year after year, where, traffic court was on Tuesday mornings and family court dealing with divorce was on Wednesday afternoons. I'm making this up off the top of my head right now, guys, what I'm saying. It's something like this. Don't remember exactly. But, according to when the appointment was per Discovery, and then comparing it to the court's, stated and published agenda of events, it was a family court issue. So, all right. So now I looked further into I know generally what family courts deal with, but it can vary a little bit from state to state, from municipality to municipality. So what happens on their family court, event dates? So they would be issues of, yes, it would be issues of divorce. It would be issues of custody. It could be issues of child protective service. It really runs the gamut. I looked further into the case number and I tried all of these different combination of things to try to find more out about this because, there's a lot of interest in it. People ask often. I couldn't find anything more about it. Oh my gosh. Yeah, no, probably my son's burning down the kitchen because chick. He's done it before. Oh my goodness. Crazy. I saw one on Chris in the Discovery. Let's see. Well, Nancy, okay, so Nancy says, I thought that the court date was for home association fees. Now, I was just thinking about that while I was saying all that, Nancy, because I think you and I had discussed this at some point in the past. So, what I found based on the looking into that I did was that home association fees wouldn't be handled on the day of the court proceedings that were happening in that Weld County, whether it was district or city court, per their schedule that had remained the same across a number of years. But let's look further into this. I'm going to table this for another time, along with the sheets and several other things. Hi, Mark Klein. How are you? Nice to see you. Let's see. Jamie asked, did I catch AD's live stream this evening? I caught part of it, and then I was doing some other stuff. I'll definitely get back to it and check out more. His live stream, I thought last night I did catch, was really good. Let me know what he was talking about that you thought was interesting. Hi, Diane. How are you? Nice to see you. Oh, okay. Let's see. Yeah. So Diane says, hi, love your voice. Thank you. Please explain CPS. Always thought that represents Child Protective Services, and it does. So now, listen, it does. Now, let me caution, we cannot jump to conclusions. Child Protective Services, I work with them a lot in my job, working in special education, public school system, handles, guys, a range of things. It's not just, foster care, something like that, if there's abuse or neglect in a home. So please, I just need to warn to not jump to such conclusions. But yes, it does. And, from the research that I did about this upcoming court date and what is dealt with in that Weld County court, it had something to do with family court. So, yeah. So, let's see. Okay, so recently, so now remember earbud fell out. So we're looking at, the top findings. I'm going to do another live stream tomorrow. I hope that's not too much to do twice in a row. But so today we're focusing on Nate's security camera footage. So a couple things that we can look at based on the top findings in Nate's security camera footage they're pretty vast, actually. So let's see. Let's take a look at, I wonder, darn it. I lost power, and I don't think that the video that I made uploaded to YouTube. Whoa! But let me check. And if it didn't, I'm going to find it elsewhere. It's not a big deal. Oh, maybe it did. No, it didn't. Oh, it was my little trailer. While I'm trying to find that, I'm going to play it. This was the end of the video that I was playing you in the very beginning before I lost my power. And I actually really like this part because I like the music. It's only 2.5 minutes. I'm going to finish playing that. While I see if I can find a good copy of the video I want to show you since I lost power and my upload stopped.
Do you recall where the house was?
Yeah, it's like right off the highway in Frederick.
Know the streets?
I mean, I'm sure I could figure it out again if I really had to. Off the top of my head, no.
Do you know the street name?
No. I would have to drive around in there to get there.
Okay.
Sorry about the choppy audio. Oops. Oh no, it was just the video ending or choppy audio. I don't know. I'm not apologizing for anything anymore anyway. Okay, so there was that. Oh gosh. Yeah. Bella does seem to have sadness in her eyes. I don't want to go too deep into that just for myself. But yeah, I know. They're such beautiful little girls. They're such beautiful little girls. Oh my goodness. It's just oy, oy, oy. Okay, so now moving on to the details of let's see. Hold up. Let's see. Wah! Okay. Sorry, that was really loud in my ear. Really made it loud in your ear when I screamed. Let's see. Okay. Dang. Okay, first of all, is Ara R here? Because she was very specifically asking about being able to see, what she said that she wasn't ever able to see the shadows underneath the truck that, many people, including myself, I've believed this since the moment I saw it, believe is one of the little girls. I believe it's specifically Bella walking towards Chris, and then the figure that we're quite sure is Chris picks that little figure up. Let's see. Because if nobody, I specifically was doing that for her and anyone else that wanted to see it, but let's see. Hi, John McSmith. How are you? Nice to see you, I think. My friend, my nemesis. See, let me just check out a couple things in chat here. Oh, sorry about your eye, Jamie Smith. My grandmother, my aunt had glaucoma. I have to get tested for it all the time. I know it can be very serious. Sorry you have to deal with that. Wow, yeah, AD does have dyslexia, yeah. Okay, so now, I know. So referring back to the portion of Discovery I was just reading, which is page 1720 of the redacted Discovery, if you would like to read along, like church. And, it's just important to know. It's important to note or to inform you, for those of you who might not know, that the security camera footage that we do see, that we have, viewed time and time again, is not directly from Comcast Xfinity like you would want it to be, right? Just from the source, from the prime source, whatever that might be, right? It is from actually neighbor Nate's personal stash of security camera footage. And, Baumhover states in that supplemental item that was from October 1st, 2018, when he sat down and talked to neighbor Nate, he was like, oh, wow, he didn't realize that Nate had this other footage that he had not seen yet. So he's like, oh yeah, man, serve it up. Let's see that good. Let's see those goods. Right. Which is just so crazy. So it's important to know that the footage that we do see is from neighbor Nate and not officially from Comcast Xfinity. I'm just taking a look at something here in Discovery. This is the whiteboard. So let's see, who is it? Dave Baumhover at some point mentions, submitting a picture of this whiteboard into Discovery. It's, a whiteboard that he had been working off, others had been working off in the police office. And I don't know if you guys have ever taken a moment to really look at this whiteboard, but there's some interesting information, I think, on here when you really take a look at it. Let's see, roadside canvas. What did I want to show you? I guess nothing that we don't already know. So here, we see in Discovery that they ordered records from Facebook and it arrived the same day, got it directly from Facebook, of course. And the relevant dates that they're looking at is June 1st to August 15th. Those are also, the dates when they looked into communications between Nicole Kessinger and Chris Watts and, her personal phone records after she tried to destroy them and, what she was up to. Okay. All right. Oh, good. I think this is done downloading. Okay. Let's see if I can share this with you. Okay. So the first thing that we see, the goods that we get from Nate's security camera footage is that footage of the person walking out of the garage. Now, it's been noted, and, I know that this question was very alive, a while back. And there has been a resurgence, at least, in my universe, of this question being asked again. And that question is, if neighbor Nate's security camera footage was motion censored and it was triggered on due to motion, and we know, based on that which we just read in the Discovery file, that the security camera footage in Discovery is directly from neighbor Nate and not from Comcast Xfinity. And I don't know if it would really matter either way who it was from. If the security camera footage is motion triggered, it's motion triggered, right? Let's see. But, people have been asking, what is it? What is it that triggered the camera? Why is it on in the first place? What happened before what we see that caused the camera to start recording what it is we see? Does that make sense? Let's see, I'm going to try to share with you my video editor. And if it doesn't work, I'll do something different, because this is what I'm trying to upload to YouTube, and then I can show it to you easily, no problem. But this is, the footage of the person walking out of the garage. I did a couple takes of it, zooming in, doing black and white, yada, yada. Here we go. So obviously we're looking, there you go. Zoomed in. Now slowing it down a bit. Okay, here we have black and white. I think you can see the shadows pretty good in black and white. I zoomed in a little more as well. No, that's not actually so great. There we go. It's a little more clear. Oh, yeah. Okay, hold it. So let me go back a little bit there. Oops. The black and white one. Okay, very good. Okay. Here. I'm going to slow it down even a little more. Isn't it incredible how you are just not able to see all of the right places, you know? Oh my goodness. Okay, so now let me grab, oops. Here, let me pop back to chat really quick while I'm waiting for that. Ocean's Daughter, are you sure? Check. Hi, Rowan, how are you? Rowan says, NK was there, no doubt. Footage from Nate's camera can see her. Handbag, ponytail, length of hair, and her sideburns. That is not CW. Not sure others see, but I see her. I don't see all of that detail, to be honest, but I do see her. I see someone that's different from Chris Watts. Thank you for the comment, by the way. Let's see. John McSmith, you dog. Let's see. What did you say here, Diane? SA True Crime channel out of South Africa. Oh, I'm not familiar with that one. I can't wait to check it out. Explains the shadow of Chris putting the gas can down, then picking it up. Something to think about. So we do see him very explicitly putting the gas can into the truck, right? So we can take a look at that. So is it something specific about him putting it down and picking it up that, if you can expand on that, please do. Sometimes I just don't understand. Okay, so anyway, back to here. Body cam. I think I called this body cam. Did I call it body cam? Yes, I did. Okay. All right. Woo! Sorry, that's really loud in my ear every time it comes on. Okay. All right. Oops, this isn't the original. Whatever. And let's put it there. Okay, so the point at which we do see, let's see, a couple things. I was doing this specifically for Ara, but I'll show you anyway. The point at which we see the security camera video pick up the shadow that many believe to be one of the little girls. I believe it to be Bella underneath the truck. Now, it's right around this area, so I'm just going to have to play it for, oops, I think I have to share with you guys again, too. Oops. So this is right around the time when he's messing with the gas can too. So there we see him walking back to the cab of his truck. So he turned on the cab light of his truck. And this is where you see the little shadow coming underneath the truck. And then Chris Watts clearly bends down to pick up the object that's moved, or the person that's moving. So I'm going to play that again. So Chris Watts has walked back out to the cab of his truck. He's turned on the light. And then you're looking right here, like right underneath the truck by like the back wheel, underneath the bottom of the truck. There you go, shadow. Chris Watts bends down, picks up. Now, I don't know if others would like to see that. I'm going to check back in with chat again. Let's see. You guys are nuts. I love my chat peeps. Okay, so let's see. Yeah. First of all, Ho Chi Winner. Yeah, I saw that. You said I think AD did a video saying it was two different people. They were wearing two different pants. Yep, there's that out there. I think. I mean, yeah, there's definitely that out there. I think it's pretty detailed. Diane says the shadow movement under the truck. He moved the gas can several times, and it was on the ground, but you don't see it happen because he's on the wrong side of the truck. Huh. Tracy says, I saw a pic that a creator had from the Netflix show that showed the female really good. This creator did not believe the accomplice theory until she saw this picture. Ooh, that's pretty interesting. That is definitely very interesting. Let's see. I will look for that for sure. So let's see here. Yeah, walking out. Okay, so right there, let me pop that up here. The magic of video editing happening right here before your eyes. All right, pull this down, pull it down. I said pull it down. Whoops, not that far. Move it over, pull it down. Okay. And so let's see. Video effect. So we're going to sharpen the image. And let's see. Mess around with the exposure just a little bit, and then we're going to move on from this. Oh, you don't want to do exposure, computer? That's cool. Oh, no, it's not responding. Oh, no. In conjunction with StreamYard. Okay, so let me come back here. Stop. Hi, Laura. How are you? Welcome. Nice to see you. Oh my gosh. Jamie says this whole oh, Ara, you are here. Okay, cool. All right, very good. Okay, I will go over that a little more then. Okay. You just see Chris W. Okay, I've got to show you. You got to see this because it's just so clear. All right. Let's see. Okay, so let's try it here. All right, I'm going to share I'm going to do a different screen with you. We're going to see what works for you, Ara. Let's see. Oh, what does Priya say? I can see it very clear. A child shadow walking towards a larger shadow. Yes, that's exactly it. So let me just set the stage for you. So what you're going to see is, you're going to see Chris Watts walking back to the front of the truck, to the cab of the truck. Then you're going to see the light turn on. After that happens, turn your attention to underneath the truck. What's it called? The oh God, I can't think of what it's called. Oh wait, here, my video's back. All right. Just 1 second. Okay, here. Going back to the person walking outside the garage one more time here. I sharpen the image. This is I think the best way, in my opinion, that you see it. Let me take the chat comments off of the screen too. Oops. And Aussie Girl Jen, thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you very, very much. I appreciate that. And I didn't catch the I will get back to the question or the comment in just a moment. Thank you very much. Thank you for supporting the channel. I really, really appreciate it. Okay, so here we go, making this a little sharper. And oops. It's really much sharper, but let's try it out. Ooh. Let's take that way down. I'm going to slow it way down. And then we're going to really move on from this. Oh my goodness. So let me just go back just a little more. Yeah, I do believe it to be NK. I'm just going to say that. But what I do see, I don't necessarily see NK. I do see not Chris Watts. That's how I look at this. Okay, so going back to the shadow underneath the truck. It's like right around there. All right, so I'm going to zoom in for you. So hold it. So let's pull this back here. There we go. And start there. Yeah. Okay, fine. And then add. Oops. Put it there. All right, we're going to make sure you see this, Ara. All right, there we go. This should do it. Okay, whoops. You know what? I think that's a little too zoomed in. It's a little too blurry for my taste. Hold it. Oh, and I wasn't even playing it. Here we go. Okay. Hi, Salon Savvy. Welcome. How are you doing, darling? Okay, here we go for real. All right. So here, that's Chris Watts walking back towards the front of the truck, towards the cab of the truck. So keep watching underneath the truck. Now the shadow is going to be coming from the direction of the garage, okay? So the cab light and the headlight of the truck just turned on. Keep watching for the shadow coming from the direction of the garage. It's okay. Oops. Oops. So then he comes around. So I think I had the slightly wrong spot. Sorry, guys. Oh, and you know what? We're also watching this in 50%. Let me get back to full speed. Okay. Okay. So there, now he's walking back up towards the front of the truck. I'm sorry, this is a truck. So the shadow will be coming from the garage. I don't know where I lost you guys. Oh my gosh. Let's see. Hi, DTC Prime Time. Yeah, I'm so sorry. Yeah, total technical difficulties. I just got your text too. Let's see. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. It is just technical difficulties. Oh, DTC Primetime, you watched the Melson video. What did you think of it? I've watched part of it. I haven't gotten through the whole thing, but yeah, it's interesting, man. Yeah, why degrade the video, Weld County? I know, I wonder too. Let's see. Yeah, good to see you, DTC Primetime. And and yes, Aussie Girl Jen, thank you very much for the super chat. Oh, there's no question. Oh, thank you. Just being sweet. Thank you, sweetheart. I really appreciate it. Let's see. Chick 56 is definitely a different gate. Yeah. Now, the gate expert that another creator had on their channel, I thought that guy was silliness, but I do agree that there is, yes, indeed, a different gate. And let's see. So am I looking for an email from you again, DTC Primetime? I was really bad about email today. I was really busy with work stuff the past 2 days. Hey, little bunny, how are you? Guys, seriously, weird stuff happening with doing live streams. I think I've told you guys the story about the really spooky thing that happened to me once a while ago. Now, listen, I have a rabbitry. I raise rabbits. We've had a couple foster rabbits that have, passed away while they were here. They were in really poor health, but none of our rabbits, we had never had one die until I think it was like last week. One of my rabbits died right before the live stream, and one of my rabbits died tonight, like 20 minutes before the live stream. It's both times that's really like why I was late. I didn't want to talk about it because I thought I was going to cry. But isn't that weird? Why are animals dying before talking about this case? Hi, Anaphylaxis. How are you? Nice to see you, my darling. Okay, gotcha. Great. I'm going to check it out. Oh, thank you very much, Molson Man. Yeah, they're sweet. Oh, thanks, guys. Rabbits are like, I don't know. We just love animals. We love our animals. We treat them very well. And, rabbits can die so easily. Like one of their evolutionary adaptive features is if they get really frightened, they'll have a heart attack and just die on the spot. And that's because they're really at the bottom of the mammal food chain, and you only want the ones that are the most adaptable to continue on in the species. So if they're that easily frightened and they're not super tough, that they're going to have a heart attack, loud noise, they should go, evolutionarily speaking. But anyway, it was sad. Anyhow, it's just sad. Yeah, sweet little baby bunnies. Oh, kitty witty, what'd you say? Oh, Autumn, I had a baby bunny die in my hands. Oh, I wish my baby bunnies died in my hands. I was so sad when I found both of them. Two of my sweet little girls. One of my poor roosters died 3 days ago. I don't know why. Oh, I'm really sorry to hear that. Aw. Yeah, it is sad when our pets die. I know. And then there's like this whole thing, like the ground's a little too hard here to like bury them. So I don't know. It's just, let's not talk about it. Okay. Thank you, guys. You guys are so sweet. I just love you. You're so super sweet. Thank you very much. Now, DTC Primetime, I'm going to check. Oh, dang, girl. Yeah, I had not seen this email before right now. I wish I had, but let's see. Oh, that's what. You didn't text me. You just emailed this to me. Right. Okay, got it. All right. Let's see what's in this document. It's all about the sheets. Yeah, so again, I'm going to do another live stream tomorrow night. I'm going to, continue on with this, top findings. And hopefully we won't have a rabbit die and power go out and all these crazy things preventing from talking about this case. It's always good to see you guys anyway, though. So twice in a row is cool. Is this a Word doc? Yes, it is. All right, come on, Word doc. Got it. There we go. Hi. Oh, Yarn and Mittens. I was just thinking about you today. Oh gosh, just tested positive for COVID. You'll be in bed for a few. We have a few people in the community here with COVID or just getting over COVID, and I know it's hard and you already have stuff going on. So, I'm so sorry, Yarn and Mittens. I hope you're doing okay. Aw. DCT prime time. I had a dog named Maya for 13 years. She was my little sweet pie. Actually, I had to adopt her out after I had my son because we lived in the city in Philadelphia, and I lived in a condo right in Center City, and there was no yard. So when I had my son, he's a newborn baby. He was born in late October, so it's getting cold. Every time I had to take her outside to go have her go for a walk, to go to the bathroom, what do I do with my newborn baby? It was just me and him most of the time. So it became a little bit of a logistical problem. So I had to find her a home. It was so sad. She was old, and I found this older lady who wore blue eyeshadow and bright red lipstick and thought that she was dating Fred Astaire. And she used to make 6-course meals for my dog Maya. It was beautiful. They lived crazily happily ever after, and for a short time. Oh my goodness. Aw. Yeah, Sharon says, I have another friend who takes baby bunnies that are orphaned and tries to give them the age to letting them go in the wild. Quite a few of them don't make it. Yeah, I don't do that, but people bring me these little orphaned bunnies, and we always take care of them. And yeah, oftentimes they're too fragile. Aww. And I don't know if Yarn and Mittens, if you're checking chat, but people are, saying that they hope you feel well and all of that. Oh, I'm sorry, darling. Yeah, it is rough. I mean, COVID is just rough. It's like, after having it, I wish that there was something really awesome I could tell you that's like, oh, here's the bright side, but there's just not, other than we've just got to go through it. Jamie Smith wants you to send a link to your channel. Everyone thinks you have a channel, DTC Prime Time. A bunch of cats and a snake. Oh my goodness. All right. I don't know. I'll give her a share of this channel. That's for sure. She's a smart one. That DTC Prime Time. All right. Well, oh, wow. This is great. Oh my gosh. Should I go over this DTC Prime Time, or should I take it in, and there's a lot of information, and put the information together for a next live stream? Wow. I think I have to take this in. Girl, you are freaking thorough. Holy cow. Yeah, there's way too much. Oh my gosh, thank you so much. This is like a treasure trove of information. And you even highlighted things. It was noticed the bag had begun to mold. What? When was that dated? I'm sorry, guys. I'm commenting on things you can't see. Okay, hold it. The bag began to mold. That's okay. Hold it. Hold it. I never noticed that. For how long does it take for? Mold growth can start in 24 to 48 hours. On plastic, can be as little as 24 to 48 hours. That's crazy. Wow. Okay, so this is really great. So here, well, I'm just going to share with you the document that this little research maniac, queen of all things analytical and researchy, sent, and I'll be putting this together for a next live stream, including, and then there's all the material that we didn't get to today because of my power out. We'll get through it. There's no rush. I always feel like I have to get through so much stuff, but there's no rush. We'll get through it. Okay. Okay, the bed sheet. Okay. All right. To the south, so they're talking about Survey 319, the site at which, the bodies were recovered. So let's read here. On the property were 2 plastic bags. One bag was located west of the excavated plot, DY1, while the bag was located, I think they mean to say the other bag, but I misspell things and whatnot all the time in my video descriptions, but it's not a discovery for a triple homicide. The other was located to the south. To the south of the black plastic bag, DY2, was a bed sheet, DY3. The fitted sheet consistent with the same pattern and colors of the sheet I observed in the kitchen trash at the home on Saratoga Trail. Oh, wow. This is good stuff. DTC. Interested to see what date this is. Okay, so that's a whole lot of information. Sorry, guys. I just kind of got lost reading that. Sorry. Really good stuff. Thank you so much, DTC Primetime. I mean, that is like exactly what I need. All the information, I can skip that step. I can work through it and put it in a video. Perfect. I love it. Thank you so much. Anaphylaxis says, DTC Primetime, if you did have a channel, I would subscribe. She's pretty great. I would too. Heck yeah. See, can you mod me real quick while I'm drawing? Kelly, can you mod me real quick? And when I'm done, you can unmod me. Oh yeah, of course yeah, sure. Will, absolutely. Let's see. Can I do that here? Let's see. Hold it. Is it, well, here, it'll just take me a second to, let me see. I think I can do it on my phone. Oh, there you go. Yep, you're good. You're good, Jamie. All right. I guess I should have asked what you're doing. Oh, you were saying you can't read the screen because it's too blurry, so you can't see the spelling errors anyway. I'm sorry. I was imagining that you guys would be able to read the screen. I'm sorry about that. I didn't know I was trying to show you something that you couldn't even see. Oh, sorry, guys. Just logged on and can't read it. Are we reading? Oh, yeah, I'm sorry, guys. I was just looking at some information that DTC Primetime had sent. I thought you were able to read it too. I didn't realize it was really blurry, so I'm sorry about that. No. Yeah, so we're going to be just taking a look at the sheets. Yeah, DTC Primetime had a lot of questions. I share those questions, and yeah, we're going to, just take a look at them together. So, yeah. Okay, so listen, so I'm going to end the live stream for this evening, unless there's anything else you guys want to look at really quickly. Since I wasn't able to upload my videos from edited form to YouTube so I could share them with you seamlessly, I'm gonna do that in the live stream tomorrow night, and we'll continue there, and it's all good. But if there's anything specifically that you want to see, I could probably find it for you. Yeah, I see some of you guys talking about, matters of decomposition and autopsy and whatever, and it's obviously fine. Oh, it's organized by date, DC. I love you. You're so awesome. You're the best. She's just great. Oh, and Avi, of course, it's fine if you guys are discussing that in chat. Please don't think that I'm saying, oh, you can't discuss this in chat. It's just no, if ever you're discussing that or ask something about it, and I just breeze over that. I just don't take up matters of autopsy and things like that, because I feel inadequate in my knowledge to properly analyze or evaluate such medically, in-depth information. That's just how I feel about it. Oh, thank you, Diane. I do work hard. Let's see. So now, something that we had talked about during the last live stream that I think is really important, and I don't even feel that I emphasize it enough, was that, Kessinger told law enforcement during the course of her, 6 interviews when she was being questioned about this case, time and time again, she told law enforcement, well, she changed her story in a number of things a number of times, and we really have been breaking that down. But oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, that's another thing with the autopsies and stuff. I feel like it's a little, I didn't want to say it out loud because people, come back and say, oh, well, where's that line? But I just don't feel comfortable with it anyway. Whatever. That's all there is to it. So, but I'm not admonishing you by any means. Just know that. It's just my personal feeling. She tells law enforcement time and time again that she doesn't talk to Chris Watts on that Monday, the Monday when, the family went missing. And then we later learned, and, I do believe that that's the day that their lives were taken. She tells law enforcement that nope, didn't talk to him. And she maintains this throughout the interview. And again, it's time and time and time again. Now, what's interesting is that she herself, in her own voice, tells us and tells law enforcement that yes, she did talk to Chris Watts on that Monday, because she tells us that when she asked him for proof of him being at work, he says, well, yeah, what do I send you? And she tells him what he can send, and he sends her, pictures of the release and some text messages while she's still on the phone with him. Now, even more remarkable, in my opinion, is that although she appears in the discovery files all along until August 12th and August 13th, there is no mention of their phone conversation throughout that day, the day his family was murdered on August 13th. And there's no mention in the discovery of the text message that he forwards on to her that he had already sent to his coworkers. And I think that is just crazy. What do you guys think? Monday morning, no call. Yeah, but they talked Monday morning. Here we go. Yeah. I would love to see your analysis of the toxicology. That would be great. And it looked, I didn't get every. Oh, sorry. This is my reading of NK, so sorry about this. I'm just sorry about this. Everything. He just sent me like part of that conversation, and I didn't have the dates or times on it either. Like, you couldn't see the dates. Oops, I got to go back a little bit. You were telling me. And I was just like, him to prove what? To prove that they had told him to go to the field right away. Okay, so? And he's like, how do you want me to do that? And I was like, you take screenshots of your Anadarko phone and you text them to me. And he did do that? And I'm, yes, he did. Okay, all right. And he didn't send me the whole conversation, but there was 2 pictures of a release, followed intermittently with, like, there was like text, like, on the other side of the picture. And it looked I didn't get everything. He just sent me like part of that conversation, and I didn't have the dates or times on it either. Like, you couldn't see the dates and times of what he was sending me. So it could have been he could have been sending me something that was this is painful, guys. Okay, sorry. Whoops. But this is really important. I'm going to tell you why in a minute if you don't already get it. Like, not recent. It could have been something from like weeks ago, and I wouldn't have known. But he sent it to me, and he sent it quick, like it just like instantaneously. When I asked him for it, I was like still on the phone with him, and let me say that again. And he sent it like it just like instantaneously. When I asked him for it, like I was still on the phone with him. And right. Then I looked at it while I was still on the phone with him, and it made sense what he'd been saying, but okay. The only thing in there, yeah, like it almost looked like someone else was originally gonna do that site, and it looked like the conversation, someone I interpreted it, the conversation that he had with his foreman and with Troy or whoever that was, that conversation, it looked like the conversation had occurred probably at some point over the weekend. And then it looked like Troy, I think, or somebody else in the field was originally going to go out there first thing Monday, and he told them not to worry and he would go do it. Okay. And I don't know the exact words, like I don't have the whole conversation. Again, that is something you're going to need asking, and you need to go to Ann and Darko for that. What's next? And yes, well, then that was like, and that conversation, that's the end of that. And then, So guys, what's the important takeaway from here? I emphasize the words. I'm sure you would have gotten it anyway. She tells Kobach now, my friends, after maintaining time and time and time and time and time again, she is now telling Kevin Kobach that she was on the phone with Chris Watts. And she asked him specifically, she told him to send proof of where he was. And he's like, what do I send you? And she told him some specific things that she could send, or he could send to her that would okay, so we had enough of that. So anyway, and that's yesterday's live stream, or a couple days ago. I'm not even sure if you want to see that. But yeah, I mean, I think that that's a really big deal. I think it's a big deal that she lied about whether or not they spoke on that day, and so many times throughout the interviews. But I think it's equally a big deal, or possibly a bigger deal, that none of this at all of a sudden falls off of Discovery. Now, DCTC Primetime, I would love for you to come up anytime you would like. Would you like to come up on panel now? You're welcome to. You're always the bomb. So you were saying to Aussie Girl Jen, I will send it to Kelly and explain if she invites me. You're invited, always. Armchair Detective is very spot on in my analysis. I'm a huge supporter of his discoveries. Me too. Let's see. I'm not sure what it was you were referring to, but... and then, yeah, the 9 a.m. Vivint alert. That was on Monday. Okay, so Carol says the injuries and fact that one would release after death, they never found any evidence in truck. Yeah, and then they sold it. That's right. There would certainly be some evidence of that in the truck. Something is so wrong, even the position of rigor. Yeah. I totally agree. What do you need a sturdy liver for? Oh, every time she says the word like. That's pretty funny. Let's see here. Let's see here. Sorry, I'm being quiet for a moment. I'm just taking a look at something. Or maybe it's good that I'm quiet. There we go. That wasn't what I wanted to do. Oh. Okay, so, all right. Okay, I was trying to find something for you guys. So anyway, I'm just, going off and reading some things. I'm leaving you guys here. But I know you guys like to chat with one another, so it's all good. Also by Well, John McSmith says, why does AD ban people that disagree with him even the slightest? Well, I don't know if that's really the case. He takes a lot of people. I think people are far too hard on him. I mean, seriously, I've talked about it enough. I'm good, but I don't, yeah. So Jamie Smith says, Kelly, CW has never said he killed his kids. That was a rage crime. In my opinion, NK did it. Well, I mean, he describes suffocating each girl, right? Kind of. I mean, I'm not saying that you're right or wrong, but I don't know. Yeah, I mean, that's, like I said in that recent video I put out, I definitely think Chris Watts is guilty. I think he should be in prison. There's no doubt about it. And by the way, for those of you who didn't see that video, I think Shanann is guilty of nothing criminal. But yeah, I mean, there's definitely evidence, indications, findings, proof that points to him committing the whole of the crime, or perhaps somebody helping him. Yeah. Molson Man asks, other than CW's phone, is any other item still being held by Frederick PD? Yes. All of the, it's Weld County, and it's, all of the items that were refused for analysis but collected, all of the digital and real physical phone dump logs, others' phones have been returned to them and whatnot. Can you guys think of anything else? I don't know. They held on to a lot. Oh, thank you, Autumn, for noticing my great octave change. I work on that. Oh, boy. Carol says, the two statements are fully incongruent. You don't plan a burial site prior to having a rage killing. Yeah, I've noticed that you've pointed that out, that incongruency a few times. Totally right. Absolutely. Oh, thank you, Kezchik. A Curious Rose says, and hi, Jessica Rodriguez. Nice to see you. It says, I've always thought that there had to be someone there helping CW. Just too much for one guy to do and completely clean up any trace of in a few hours. And she thinks NK was there. Had to be. I mean, in my mind, I've really trolls on welcome. Thank you, Kashchik. In my mind, I've really eliminated the idea that it was anyone else that helped him, because it just doesn't, guys. I just don't think it makes sense that anyone else had helped him. Do I think that some of his coworkers or a certain one of his coworkers are withholding information for some reason, and I don't know what that is? Yeah, I kind of do. but I don't think they were like involved. Carol also says, I find it absolutely impossible to believe that there was not one vehicle or stoplight camera operating. Oh, I know. I mean, that's just crazy. I mean, and okay, so let me tell you about this too. Oh, okay. I think we find musical boxes. Okay. Let's see. So, okay, in that same. Oh, yeah. So, musical box. No, we're not going to do that. I know who you are. Not doing that. Bye bye. Bye bye. Okay. I know who that is. Nope. Okay. Musical box has a lot of names. Many. Yeah, we're not going to do that. We're not going to talk about the kids like that. Definitely not. No way. Nope. Nope. Or Shanann. Yeah, don't even. I blocked. Okay. So, okay. So, okay, that same trip I was referencing earlier when the reputable Dr. B from True Crime Psych Ward and Vanessa from Unmasked went to Frederick, Colorado, and they went and visited the survey site, and they went and talked to the Frederick Police Department, and they talked to Amanda Pearsall, who is all throughout the discovery, and she's like the keeper of the evidence. Another thing that they spoke about, I keep losing my train of thought. I'm tired. Okay, I know. They ask about, well, what's up with exactly what you're saying, Carol? What's up with the security camera footage at the stoplights and at this place and this place, all throughout? And she, really diverts the question that they are asking. So she doesn't have an answer that assumes any level of responsibility and just tells them that, oh, well, that's CDOT, Colorado Department of Transportation stuff. Well, okay, very well. It might be, but I can damn well assure you that the Frederick Police, the CBI, and the FBI have had to obtain security camera footage from the Colorado Department of Transportation at some point in the past. I bet they have some kind of relationship. I bet they know how to get a hold of them. I bet they even know a person to call at the CDOT. Yet they didn't. So that answer does not satisfy me at all. Yeah, and then Curious Rose says, can't imagine the coworkers directly involved. There's no reason. Kelly, view my message about monkey parse incident above. Oh, God. Did you hit your head, too? Did I see that? What is going on, girl? You got to stop. Rowan says, new to your channel, Kelly. Just want to say I appreciate your... Oh, thanks. I appreciate your professionalism and drive. Thank you very much. Let's not forget, of course, your love for animals. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you for letting me tune in. Thank you for being here, and thank you for taking time to say so. I really very much appreciate that. Thank you very, very much. Now, Aaron on the side of caution says, is that why the house smelled like bleach? Was blood cleaned up from somewhere? It's always bothered me that the dog hit in a specific area of the basement. Now, hey, I agree with your analysis, Aaron, on the side of caution. I believe that a dog hit in a certain part of the basement. Now, it wasn't like a super crazy, full-on, hard alert. But, I've gotten into this discussion with some people who say, oh, the dog did not hit anywhere in the house. But there was that indication that hit from one of the dogs in the basement. Yes. Okay, here's your chain. Okay. I bit my tongue almost all the way off in a monkey bar incident. Oh my God. It was gushing blood in my mouth as a child. Where's the blood? Oh, because she bit. Yeah. Okay, so where's the blood? So, yeah. Well, I have a couple different answers for that. I mean, or a couple different thoughts on that. Where's the blood? Well, I don't know. Where's the blood and where's anything else? I don't know. Ask the investigators. What? They don't know. Why? Because they didn't really investigate, right? So that's one answer. You know what I mean? The other one, I guess, would be, and also, you know, I really feel as though Chris Watts did not know about that injury to her mouth. I just feel like that reaction of his, to me, came across as genuine, but I don't know. He's like a pathological liar. I might be reading him wrong. Who knows? So, you know, if he, you know, puts the blanket over her, and then, yeah, you'd still, and then, I don't know, maybe it's on the blanket, then his clothes, and then her stuff, which he disposes of in the, in that large industrial trash bin on Black Mesa Drive that the dog does in fact hit on. Hard, clear hit indication, clear signaling, and they don't check it because Jane and the other officer are out to lunch. So maybe he then disposed of it in that trash bin. I don't know. This is a good question, though. It's a good question. Yeah, no more talk about ADA or anyone else. I think I've allowed that a little too much. For good intention, I was trying to defend him, but I think I have to back away from that a little bit. Oh, okay. So, you know, Keschik says that her kids were kind of sick at that age, adenoids and asthma. You know, my son was the same way, Keschik, with the same things. Yeah, I do think about that with, yeah. Yeah, she couldn't remember any of the 111-minute phone conversation. I don't know. You've made a couple comments, Diane. I don't know if you've watched. I'm going to send you a link to a video. Some of the comments you've made about the ping and the 111 minutes. I got this all wrapped up for you. Actually, I think I have a video where I wrap it up for you in under 20 minutes, and it's in the title of the video. Let's see. Here it is. Fully explained in under 20 minutes. The 616. I think most of you guys have already seen that, right? So I won't play it now. I'll just give the link. I talked about this ad nauseum for a while because I think it's super important. That's why. Here you go, Diane. Check this one out. I gave you the under 20 minutes version right there. Carol says, did anyone else wonder why Coder asked Watts if there's any reason there'd be a black eye or stab wound on Shanann? You know, I'm thinking a couple things there. I'm thinking that it could be something that we don't understand. I'm thinking that, you know, just the way they use the Reed technique, giving him the alternative scenario of, you know, that Shanann was involved. I sort of think that was like one of those alternative scenario offerings, so to speak, you know, like to see if he would bite. Because he really was, like Tammy Lee says, he really wasn't giving him anything, you know. So I've thought about that a lot. I've listened to that a lot. But I do think that may have been why. I don't know. What do you guys think? Anaphylaxis says, it was the obsession. Sorry about that. Oh, don't worry about it. I don't know what you're apologizing for. You're all good in my book. Oh, unless you're talking, I don't know if you're talking about the AD stuff. Like, I think I brought that on too much is what I was saying. Like, I was kind of like blaming myself for that. Trying to defend, but. So this is an excellent question, Aaron, on the side of caution, who says, was the bed of CW's truck tested? Could SW have been out in the bed of the truck versus the floor of the back seat? I'm sorry if this was already covered in a previous live. There is, we do have the record of those trace lifts from the back seat of the truck and the driver's side of the truck and the console of the truck, and they were refused for analysis because that was smart. But there was nothing noted from the bed of the truck. John Smith says the Aaron forensics of the Watts truck were redacted. I don't think they were redacted. They were explicitly refused for analysis. Much different than redacted. Keschik, no, you have every right to be passionate about mothers with sick children. And that's a very good point. Thank you. I think I myself can be too hard on Shanann at times in that regard. So thank you. Priya says, and her frenulum was torn as well. I hate talking about it, but the poor baby. I know. I'd give up my life to save my kids. Me too. Aw, you guys are such good communicators. So proud of my kids. Oh my gosh. I know. Thank God for Nicole Atkinson. Heck yeah. Yeah. So, oh gosh, I was just saying, I don't know. I'm not going to, nothing. Never mind. Maybe I'll bring it back some other time. Autopsy related stuff, which I just said I didn't want to talk about. Okay, so anyhow. All right, guys. So, okay. I'm tired. How's everyone doing? Any other questions, comments? John McSmith says, you want to say the cab of the truck wasn't processed? It was processed. That's what I was just looking for. It was processed. There is record of it being processed in discovery, John. There's also record of CBI stating they are not going to receive the evidence that resulted from the processed truck and submit it for further lab analysis. So that's what I'm saying, and I have a real problem with that. Let's see. The cabin was processed and the evidence was redacted. That's a fact. Okay, please tell me how. What trace do we have of that being a fact? Give it to me, baby. Back of my mind, I hope they're still. Ara says, in the back of my mind, I hope they're still investigating NK. Yeah. John Nick Smith said that's too specific evidence, not all the evidence. What? You're not making any sense, friend. Carol Johnson, think about what Dwayne Kessinger says on the 16th. I am with you, and we need to accelerate the case because the longer it goes on, yeah, I know. I really would like to make some more sense of that one too. We might have to listen to that. I have too many videos at this point. I can't even find my way through my own videos anymore. I don't know what to do other than put them in playlists to organize them. I was trying to.
Look like anybody else lived at that house at that
Oh,
time?
definitely. That's the other thing too. I mean, that's kind of a good backup. Yeah, I'll give
I
it
think
to 'em.
you.
For TPD.
It's not for them. They're doing. Okay.
It's kind of raunchy.
Okay.
Like,
On.
sick prior to this
Jim.
whole thing happened. To be honest with you, I was just like, I don't know what's going on right now.
And you found that out via the newspaper articles, and that caused you concern.
Off of
Would you
that.
mind if we got his photos?
Takes, the less sure that they are.
Here we go. I got it. I thought I knew about where that was. Okay.
And I know you're tired, so if you want to let your dad read it too.
Whenever I try to end a live stream, just can't do it. Okay. Alrighty.
That's a good idea.
Can you fill it out before I sign it?
Yep. And just you read it, and if you have any questions, then we'll put on there what we're after.
I'm so hungry.
You should have told me. I would have got you some food. I got food in my car.
It's not staying down. It's just coming
She hadn't been
down.
feeling good, not because of anything.
The poor little
I got
baby.
sick
The poor little
prior to
baby.
this
How about feel
whole thing
good?
happening, and then I think all of this compounding with the
Stress.
fact that I'm sick, it's just not good. I've not really been eating or sleeping much at all.
Yeah, I'm with you. We definitely need to accelerate the case because the more it takes, the less sure that they are of situations. But on the other end, I think if you do just that only,
You tell me what you're willing to provide
is
to
that,
me, and we'll
is
write
that
it
good
on.
enough?
I just want like our text conversation and then I guess our phone call records.
So I'm going to put
So the time and date of the phone call records and then our text message.
Could we
text.
get photos of him?
Huh?
Could we get photos of him?
Off of
Would you
that?
mind if we got his photos that he sent to you?
For context,
Yes.
when people delete stuff off phones, usually we go,
No,
hold on a
no,
second.
no. It
And
wasn't
that's why I
malicious
wanted-
at
right.
all. It
Well,
Let
wasn't
the man
malicious at
talk,
all.
girlfriend.
He lied to me. It just hurt. Like I had never felt like he'd ever lied to me before, and it was a big lie. I mean,
Right.
telling somebody that you're in the midst of a divorce and then you have a wife that has a 15-week-old baby on the way is a huge, huge thing. And I was very taken back, and it was hurt. And so at that point, I like deleted it. I had a few more quick things to say to him, and then I just got rid of him. That's literally what I did. I just cut him out of my life. It would have honestly been like a bad breakup kind of thing. Like if none of this other stuff would have happened, that's what it would have been. That would have been the end of it.
The information was not destroyed because there was anything in there that would be harmful to you or potentially to Chris at this point, but harmful to you in particular. That's not what you did.
No,
You did it out of, excuse my language, this guy's an asshole, so I'm getting rid of him and I'm getting this stuff off my phone.
That was like me kicking him out of my life.
Okay.
And then, like I said, and then realizing that he lied, that was when I was like, okay, maybe his family is in danger and they're not coming back and they're not staying with a friend.
Yeah, when did I go over there? Tuesday morning?
Wednesday morning.
Wednesday.
I called you Wednesday morning.
That's when we started discussing. You guys need to get everything that could just,
You can understand the importance of,
no question. We were,
like I said, people lie, phone records don't, and they really help specifically establish dates and times. I think we have a very good grip on that in this case already, but there may be a time when we go, we need to know something else, and then we would have it. We don't want to lose it, and that's really what it is for us. Is if we lose information that later on we go, man, I wish we would have got that, and we may never even use these. We may never even look at them. But if we have it now, then we don't worry about losing it. So I appreciate you being cooperative and giving it to us.
Yeah.
So the first thing I wrote was text message. Okay,
Is there anything else you know?
that would help me so I don't have to.
Think about that. I mean, think about that. I mean, I'm in shock that this whole thing happened.
That would help me so I don't have to. That would be relative to.
Think about that. I mean, murder was
She's
not
so weird.
with like the way he was talking to me. Like him so much that I don't even know. They're all from there.
Okay, so they were there
They
for
were visiting.
Okay, wait.
went to North Carolina, and he was trying to.
Period of time.
Okay, here's where she says it's Shanann coming up.
that's what notes. And
Make sure there's nothing written on the back.
There's not. I checked before I wrote it off.
Let's go back to North Carolina.
Okay.
He went to North Carolina, and he was trying to rehab his marriage with his wife.
He said.
Do you
he
know
was-
her name at this point?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you okay saying her name?
It's Shanann.
Oh, isn't
And
that
do you
so
know the children's
bothersome,
name?
guys? I just can't even. When she says it's Shanann for the first time, I'm sure you guys may have seen this.
Went to North Carolina, and he was trying to rehab his marriage with his wife.
Look at her face, her
he
hands.
Do you know her name at this point?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you okay saying her name?
It's Shanann.
All right.
What's
And do you know
up
the
with
children's
that?
name?
Yes, it's Bella and Celeste.
She went by, they called her Cece. All right. So he went to, were they in North Carolina
They were already
already?
there.
If you want something.
don't know if my stomach will do that. Yeah, they were already out there. He just flew out there to meet up.
Do you know why they were there?
They're all from there.
Okay, so they were there
They
for.
were visiting her family for the most part.
Yeah, right, Ara.
He got there, and then they still were mostly visiting her family.
Okay. Hey, do you know how long they had been there?
A while, like weeks.
All right. And he flew out to join his family there.
Yep.
Do you know specifically?
Or,
where they
you know,
flew
if you compare, you know, this
No,
this
city.
interview to the interview in which well, the last one on August 23rd, when she's talking about, well, a number of things, but just, and this is seriously going to be it, and then I got to go. I'm tired. You know, just her voice, her cutesy little voice, when she's like, just, she has different personalities, and she can turn on different personalities. And to me, it seems as though she knows how, or she thinks she knows how to, you know, employ those personalities when it's going to work to her advantage. Let's see, where is the... here it is. So, you know.
Sure. Exactly what this is referring to. I think this one at the bottom, this, oh my God, this is absolutely ridiculous. They would freak out. That, do you remember when I told you, like, I was always trying to, like, incorporate his kids and stuff? I mean, even if it wasn't, like, directly, like, me and him, but just, like, I was always thinking of cute stuff when I'd see stuff. And I was like, oh my God, little girls would like that. I would show him, and I found this box of Lucky Charms that was unicorn Lucky Charms.
Okay.
And I thought they were really cute. And I texted it to him, and I was like, do your little girls know about these? Because they're awesome. And I was like, little stuff like that. And I don't think that that's the 13th. Because I don't think I talked to him. What day was the 13th? I can't remember.
She there again, she says, I don't think she didn't talk to him on that day on the 13th. So just let me read a few comments and we're going to go. So Aaron on the side caution says, oh my God, she actually gives a disgusted sigh before she says Shanann, shaking my head. Can these investigators be any more blind? Yeah, you know, and this is really, you know, I think this is particularly important since on the show Criminal Confessions, Tammy Lee talks about the fact that Graham Coder came, you know, out of the questioning interviewing room or whatever and says, you know, to his crew, you know, I think it may have been homicide by strangulation because of the nonverbals that Chris Watts was putting out there. He was touching his neck a lot. He was doing certain things with his hand. And, you know, based on, you know, just, you know, profiling him from his experience, Coder determined beforehand that the manner of death was strangulation. Or the cause of death, which I guess I'm tired. So we know that as investigators, as they should, they pay attention to these things, except for when it comes to our girl NK. And Priya said, yeah, I think this often when is this an interview or counseling session? I think this is staged so they have something to show the public. I think they discuss the questions and narratives before the cameras start rolling. That's very possible. Yeah, that's true. True, Jody. Lots of murders wouldn't happen. Two people didn't get together. Carol says, yes, why do babies come to mind all of a sudden when she was visiting his house that would make her start checking his condom dates to figure out how far along his wife was? Yeah, because she was Googling her. She was stalking her. Yeah. So, all right, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you, moderators. Thank you, chat, for being awesome. And I'm going to do another live stream tomorrow evening. We're just going to keep moving on with this, looking at, you know, some of the good findings. And I think it's going to go like this. If I have technical difficulties, I'm just going to say, okay, we're not going to do this live. We're going to do it tomorrow. And I'm praying that I won't, because everything should be fine. I didn't have technical difficulties ever until recently. Well, not ever, but yeah. So thank you guys. Thank you for the support of the channel. Thank you, Aussie Girl Jen, for the super chat. I really appreciate it. And thank you all. You guys are all awesome, and you all contribute in a really big way. I appreciate it. Okay. Have a good night, guys. And if Alexis, email me when you can. I got to tell you something. I feel like I've been kind of like stalking you. Good night, guys. Good night. Good night, my sweethearts. Oh, geez. Audinara says she certainly knew everything. If you're going to check dates on condoms, you're going to troll the wife and family. Yeah. Yeah, right. Exactly. Awesome. Cool. I will email you. Awesome. Thank you very much. Bye, guys. Take care.